Hey, what is up, guys? Your boy Seventh here, back with another video. And my apologies for the lack of content. I've been severely sick. You probably could hear it in my voice. I'm gonna try my best to do this video, but yeah, I had a severe sore throat and a fever. But I'm all better now. But I kind of lost my voice a little, so bear with me. But today is gonna be an off-the-cuff video. Just something I wanted to get out there before the upcoming showcases that PlayStation and Xbox are gonna have. And I just wanted to talk about Resident Evil because there's been a lot of big news about Resident Evil 9, and I have some thoughts and concerns that not only that I share, but other people in the Resident Evil community share. Um, Shout out to Evil Blitz and Center for Evil because they put up these polls on their channel. It's been a couple weeks. I've been hanging on to these screenshots. Well, I just took updated screenshots, and we're gonna go over them one by one. There's three screenshots I want to talk about, and it has to do with Resident Evil 9. So sit back, relax. We're gonna be talking about Resident Evil 9 for a good little minute. Thoughts and concerns, and what's really happening with this game. Because there's a whole lot of rumors of Resident Evil 9 having a big budget, it being an open world game, it being in first person, and it being the end to certain characters, it having the highest budget ever, and things like that. So, first screenshot is coming from Evil Blitz. This was 2 weeks ago. He put up a poll, and I'm gonna put it up on screen. He put up a poll that said, "What camera style should RE9 have?" There was third person, first person, and fixed camera angles. Now, this is the main thing that I really want to talk about with Resident Evil and how Resident Evil should be going forward. Out of this poll, 17K people voted. Out of the 17K people voted, 78% voted for third person view. 14% voted for first person view. And only 7% voted for fixed camera angles view. I know there's a lot of hardcore old school Resident Evil fans, and trust me when I do agree with you, I do feel like some of the Resident Evil games, with the technology we have, because some certain games, and not just Resident Evil, like action games, I would say like Rainbow Six Siege, not Rainbow Six Siege, but like the older Rainbow Six games, you could play in first person or third person. Call of Duty has even allowed that now, like the camera angle should be able to switch seamlessly. But look at the percentage of how many people want Resident Evil 9 to be in third person. What does that tell you? First person is a garbage point of view when it comes to Resident Evil games. This is one of the main reasons why I hated Resident Evil 8. And this is one of the reasons why Capcom added a third person DLC mode, because people were complaining. First person was cool the first time with Resident Evil 7. That's why I still give Resident Evil 7 respect, because it was the first to do that. But now, when 8 came out, and I fucking despise Resident Evil 8, but now that 8 came out and they did first person again, it didn't feel right. Nobody really liked it. That's why they added a third person mode. You can't argue that with me. Third person or either fixed cameras, but I think we're past that point, but I still love fixed camera angles. But third person view from now on should be the standard in Resident Evil games. It just works. Look at RE Remake 2. Look at RE Remake 4. It just works. The third person view, it just, I know some people are tired of the over the shoulder view, but it's the best when it comes to survival horror. Now, some people may argue with me, fine, that we have a different opinion, but can we all agree that first person sucks ass for Resident Evil games? I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. Fixed camera angle fans and third person fans, can we agree that Resident Evil should never, ever, ever again be in first person? Because that was just horrible. I don't want to experience like that. If Resident Evil 9 is in first person again, it may be a make or break deal for me, bro. Unless the gameplay is really that good and the story is really that good. I just don't like my Resident Evil games in first person. All right, I play enough first person shooters. I don't need Resident Evil to be in first person. So that was the first poll, and that was my thoughts. I don't want Resident Evil 9 to be in first person. I pray to God it is not in first person, because that would suck ass also. Because if Jill does come back and be the main protagonist, we're not gonna be able to see Jill unless it's in a cutscene. Are you kidding me right now? All right. So that was the first poll that Evil Blitz had posted up. So on to the second one. Who should be in Resident Evil 9? Now this poll had 20k votes, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. Jill has 31% of the votes. I voted for Jill. Leon has 50% of the votes. I get why. But I feel like, I mean, when's the last time we've seen these guys in current day? Last time we saw Leon was Resident Evil 6, I believe? That was the last time we saw a lot of these guys. Because, you know, the whole Winter and Ethan saga. I mean, we just saw Chris. So, Ada got 8%. Chris got 11%. I wish he would have put other people. Like, bro, where's Sheva? Where's Claire? Where's, what's my baby's name? Rebecca. Like, where are all these other characters? I'm tired of the big main four, or the big three, or big two, or whatever. But it's time for other Resident Evil characters to get a shine. So it's odd to me. I understand Resident Evil 4 remake is the remake of the older game, and it's nothing new in the storyline. But we just got Leon in his game, so I'm feeling Jill should have Resident Evil 9, but I'm hoping they do her justice. I'm hoping she's not some type of, because in the movies it looks like she's some type of boss girl, has some boss girl attitude, which was cringe. She's trying to do this whole lone wolf shit, and it's just bad writing all around. It's cringe, and I hope they're not going for what I think they're going for, which would suck ass, because Resident Evil 3 Remake Jill was that same boss girl attitude. It sucked. She sucked. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not like RE3 Remake Jill. So I'm hoping in Resident Evil 9 they flush out her character a little bit more and make her a little bit more, I would say, relatable or more likable in a sense. Alright? We get it, Jill is tough, but you ain't gotta do all that extra girl boss attitude. I'm a woman, I can do whatever I want. Bro, we understand, we get that. So, that's for that poll. People want Leon back. That's crazy to me. Out of 20,000 people, 50% of them voted for Leon. I get it. Leon's our boy, you know. But let's get other characters some shine. I would prefer Rebecca or Barry or whoever else, but I guess they'll have their side game for Revelations 3, because I heard that's also in the work. Ada, I don't know why Ada's on this list, but I guess Ada Wong having her own game would be fire, but it would be more like Resident Evil 4-ish. She'll be on more Leon's level, so it'll be more action heavy. I'm hoping RE9 is more horror centric, but that brings us onto our next poll, which is from Center for Evil, and it's asking the big question: should Resident Evil 9 be open world? Now, this only had about 4,400k votes, but this is staggering. 69% of people say no. 31% of people say yes to Resident 9 being open world. And this is the biggest concern. Resident Evil 9, and not only Resident Evil 9, not every game needs to be an open world bloated mess of a game. Like, I understand having big maps, but nah, like when you think about open world, I think about GTA. I know that's weird, but like Watch Dogs, like you're gonna have vehicles, because if we're just walking one big ass, like giant ass map, just walking around, it's gonna be a problem. There's gonna be some type of transportation, some type of form of transportation, vehicles or whatever. And I don't know, unless it's in a city done right, which Resident Evil 3 Remake should have been. It should have been a bigger map, should have been the whole of Raccoon City. Then yeah, I kind of feel you, but I don't know. Resident Evil 9 being open world, I feel like it's just gonna be a slog, because Resident Evil games, you have to backtrack a lot. So there's a lot of backtracking in Resident Evil games, which I'm fine with. But now you had a whole giant open world, and you're telling me some areas I'm gonna have to come back to. Like, I don't know. But most people agree that Resident Evil 9 shouldn't be an open world game. It should be the levels could be large and expansive. It don't have to be too linear, but I would prefer a linear game. I'm tired of every game being an open world game, bro. Like, people have limited time, bro. I understand what people mean now. Like, people have a limited time, and I just want to enjoy an experience that is replayable, okay? Because if you do an open world stuff, are we gonna have New Game Plus? How is that gonna work out with replaying missions and doing things like that? Like, is it gonna be replayable? Like, what's gonna happen? Is there like some type of end game? Like, what is there to do? So this to me is a game breaker. If it is open world, I think I'm gonna be in a wait and see mode. I'm gonna have to see how that open world is before I even attempt to pre-order or even buy the game. I have lots of concerns for Resident Evil 9. They say RE9 has the biggest budget out of all the Resident Evil games, and they're taking great care of it. We're probably gonna get a reveal soon, but in all honesty, I just hope the game comes out good. That's all I want. And for it not to be in first person. As long as they do that, you know what? I changed my mind. As long as the game is not in first person and they do the open world stuff, that's fine by me. Just keep first person out of Resident Evil. That is my main gripe. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Other people do too. Third person is the way to go. Give Jill her shine. Give other characters their shine. If this is going to be the end of certain characters' story, make them go out with a bang. Don't do anything really stupid, but like, shoot, I wouldn't mind if you kill off a couple characters, to be honest. But make sure they go out in a heroic way, and just make sure the game is good. That's all I care about. I'm tired of playing broken games. I'm tired of games being announced and being pushed back, being delayed. I just hope Resident Evil 9 comes out okay and we enjoy it. But yeah, that's my thoughts and concerns for Resident Evil 9. You guys let me know what you guys expect from it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to try to pump out more videos, but as you guys can tell by my voice, it's terrible right now. So, yeah, peace.
When you get mad, you say trust God, yelling you should come down from there. You should get down from